We are finally where we need to discuss our first mini project. And this is a programming assignment, but also you need to deliver a written report as well. So, as you see, the deadline is 22nd of November 2020. Basically, it is next Sunday, and the submission will close at 23:55. So make sure to submit your project before the deadline, because no late submission will be accepted. So what is today's project about? First up, as your first step, you need to do a bit of web scraping. So I am putting the link to the website that I want you to scrape. It's a skinnytaste.com, similar to what you saw last time. It's about a blog with some food recipes. And what I want you to do as the first step is to scrape the data of the first 30 pages of the website. Not everything, but the first 30 pages. And I'm going to put a slides alongside with this video in the Moodle page, so you could go through a slide as many times as you want, and you could find the link there as well. So first step, scrape the data of the first 30 pages of the website. So what is it that we are interested in this scrape data? What we want to collect is the name of the food. In each page there are several posts about different foods. So what I want is the name of the food, the image of that food, the calories of that food, green point value, blue point value, purple point value, summary, and the recipe key. And I'm going to explain each of them separately. Name of the food is quite clear. It is basically each post, the name you could find the name there. If there is more explanation on that, you could simply skip it. You could collect it. Sorry, no, not to skip it. Whatever is the title of the post, I will accept it as the food name. And there is an image associated with each post. You should collect that as well. Calories is obvious. For each food, a value of a calorie of that food is calculated. You could find it when you're scraping. And these green point, blue point, purple points, basically it's a bit more complicated to explain. This website follows the Weight Watcher plan, which is a diet plan based in the States with a lot of branches all over the world. And they have several different diet plans. One is called Blue Plan, one is called Green Plan, and Purple Plan. You don't need to know about them. What you need to know is that for each post there are 3 different values for each diet category: green point, blue point, and purple point. You need to scrape those data. You need to record them in wherever you're recording your data. And there is a bit of summary for each post, so collect that as well. And there are recipe keys. Recipe keys you could find on the first page of the website. For example, you could have KF, means kid friendly, GF, gluten free. So these kind of things. But this is the first step. Probably before scraping, you need to know these keywords. So I repeat again. For this step, you need to know the name of the food, the image of the food, the calories associated to the phone, and respective points for each green, blue, and purple plan. You have a bit of summary. Keep that in your data set, and then the recipe keys. This specific recipe, is it gluten-free? Is it kid-friendly? Is it, I don't know, low calorie, for example? So these are the information that you need to collect as well. And then visualize. We talked about visualizing data a lot today, so it is time to use your knowledge, use the appropriate visualization method. And as I already mentioned several times in the previous videos, it's up to you how you want to do it, as long as it gives me the understanding of what is it that you want to say, what is the story you're saying with your visualization. What I want to see is the calories distribution, point distribution, considering all 3 colors. This is important. So it is not only the points are between, 2 and 10. I want to see in the single plot point distributions with regard to all 3 colors. and also recipe key distribution. So I think it's clear, but for example, how many recipes are kid friendly, how many recipes are gluten free, all these things. Try your best to have some interesting visualization graphics. And then this is another step. You collected your data, you filtered out the data points that you're interested in, then you visualize it. Now, as a user, I want to be able to give your code a calorie range and a point range of a color of choice, and then you give me the first 5 foods sorted based on the calories with their images and their summary. I give you an example. For example, I want to see the list of foods, the 5 top list of foods based on sorted based on their calories, that they are within the calorie range of 300 to 800, and in the purple dietary plan they are less than 6 points. So calorie range is clear, point range is clear. Give me the top 5 foods with the lowest calories and their images and their summaries. So step 4 is where your coding finishes. Then you need to write a report for your coding, and it is a scientific report. I emphasize on the word scientific because I don't want you to write a diary for me. I mean, because I have had it in past. I don't want to see, for example, my computer crashed down. Internet connection was not good. Keep it scientific and well organized. Start with an introduction. What is the problem that you're solving? Why are you writing the code? And why are you writing the code is not because it is your project assignment and you want to deliver it. What is the problem that this piece of code is going to solve? Then how did you collected your data? What is the data that you collected? First, data collection is the second section in your report. What is the data you're collecting? What is your method of choice? And then you get to the data analysis. How did you visualize your data? How did you interpret your data? What does your data visualization tell you? Interpret it a bit. Talk about the calorie ranges, talk about the point ranges, what is the most popular one, what is the least popular one. These are the things that you could include, and many other things in your data analysis. And finally, what were the scientific bottlenecks? Meaning that what issues you had that you needed to solve to get the best outcome that you got, and how did you overcome them. Put them in a written report and upload them in a Moodle page to be reviewed after the deadline. I don't give you any specific length, but it shouldn't be less than 1 page at least if you include all this information. So this is what you need to do for step 5, writing the report. Finish your code, write your report, put both of them together and upload them. As the final project, I want to see both the code and the report. One of them alone won't do because you're going to be graded both on the quality of the code and quality of the written report. Good luck with your first mini project. Remember that we have an online meeting Wednesday morning, and that is where you could come and we meet, we get to know each other, and if there is anything unclear about the project, we could discuss it there as well and resolve the existing issues if there is any. Don't forget again, once more, respect the deadline, upload both your piece of code and your written report. Have a nice week.